What's up, everybody? It's me, TruStarscreamer. And it's Sunday, it's 7:30, and probably most of y'all are eating dinner right now or enjoying some family time, but you know me, I'm an antisocial guy. No, I'm kidding. Actually, we had family dinner earlier. But I got myself some cool G.I. Joe stuff. And as you know, with these vehicles, there's so much to talk about. And doing a full, like, edited video sometimes is just it makes it more work than it should be when we should just enjoy this thing and get with the initial reactions. We've done that with the Cobra Claw. We've done that with the G.I. Joe Rattler. So if you haven't caught those videos, those are in my history. If you're new here, of course, please hit that subscribe button. And of course, give us a like. Everyone also behave in the chat. I know my wife is watching and she catches these things. So we are looking tonight at the G.I. Joe Snake armor. As you know, I'm here in front of the camera. I have my amazing producer helping out as well. So she'll be calling any comments I can't see. She'll be calling out, letting me know what's going on.
Speaking of, Toy Mafia says hello.
What is up, Toy Mafia? Greatly appreciate. And I want to let you know something fun about her. She actually counts every one of these comments. So last time we did a live cast, we had about 65 comments. She actually keeps a tally mark on her arm. So she actually does pay attention to every one of you guys, and she really appreciates that.
Yeah, McLeoding said good evening, all.
What is up, McLeoding? And no, we are not burning any hands tonight. I have healed up since last week. I greatly appreciate you looking out for me. So we're looking at the Snake armor. As you can see, I did get 2 of these. These were a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. I always thought the Snake armor was a cool but goofy concept. This was actually used both in G.I. Joe and in the Action Force line, which I thought was kind of cool over in England. Not the Bobby Vala Action Force. But, and basically we're getting a 1/12 scale mech suit. And that has me actually very excited. If I seem a little distracted, I currently have 2 cats floating around here. So we got Zari and Lilith floating around. The box is actually pretty freaking cool. They actually do the main photograph on the front here, where they're showing 3 of them, and I like how they showcase how one of these guys looks open. The back of this, we've got the suit, the effects, the weapons, and again, kind of highlighting everything. One thing, this does not come with a figure, which I think is a very severe disappointment. I also apologize if I seem a little sweaty. We just turned on the air conditioner. It's been hot in the house, and it was kind of my call because it was a beautiful day, and I told my wife to leave the windows open. So this is, we just turned it back on, so hopefully it'll cool off down here. But that was my fault. It was utterly my fault because I overheat.
McLeod said cat versus snakes. You have enough of both.
That is true. All right, so we're hitting this guy open. Got the box cutter out here. I will say they have Hasbro has really been killing it with the single Cobra vehicles lately, from the Trouble Bubbles to the Claw to the vehicles. And so the Snake armor really has had me very, very excited. So this is straight out of the box here. We got some flashbacks to the pandemic days of having things in the little pouches, which I do not mind. The Snake armor itself, I'm actually just overall impression has me very pleased. It's not just a straight, pure white plastic. There is some gray modeled into it.
The collector says cutaway with a popcorn.
Yeah, I don't got cutaways. Sorry, we're doing this live. I don't have editing.
And then T-Man says, was here.
Yeah, good. All right, T-Man is here. That's awesome. But we got the basic look at the suit itself. I'm already liking the fact that the plastic is not pure white. So they got some coloring on here, making it look a little battle damaged. I think that's very nice. Just kind of adds a little more, adds to that immersion. The side pieces here. Yeah, they're just, some of these are taped in there. And we've got basic ties down here. Go ahead and cut these open.
The collector says he might cut the box open and then T-Man says random tape is tight.
Yeah, I saw the tape was tight. And ooh, so this is the figure itself. It's that's interesting. It's got a feel to it. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this feel, but it has a feel to it. And here we got all the little side pieces on here. So got fuel tanks for the back. So it says jet fuel on them. Got a pair of jet, and I guess these will literally go into these peg ports back here, which kind of makes sense. There's a little square down there, so there we go. And where we go. So let's go there. I do not have a side piece. My wife is watching, man. Careful. What do we got here? We got the hands here. We've got. Is this the same claw that Apocalypse had? I kid you not. Huh. And then we've got our gripping hands. So we've got 2 gripping hands. And I guess that goes to the wrist on there.
T-Man says everything is new.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not going to look at that and see that. Compare that to a pot. I might do that later, like for a TikTok or Instagram.
He also says don't forget about those little things, like the circular things for the wrist.
Oh, I got them on there. Don't worry. Yes, we got the. So yeah, this is what T-Man's talking about. So you've got almost like a little wrist piece, and that will peg into there, and then that will go into here to give a much cleaner look to it. Again, no instructions, but it seems very, very, very intuitive. And of course, I could also just unplug one of the hands and put the claw on there instead. Easy enough. Easy enough. And that was a cat. You got attacked by a cat.
What happened?
Lily attacked. Bag number 3. We've got the front panel and the back panel.
T-Man says the claw.
Where is the claw? Oh, cat did not get the claw. So that piece goes on there to fill that out. And this will go right here in the front.
Thor Anacostia said hi, Shrew, and then McClatterdig said I will read anything put on the teleprompter.
You probably will read anything put on the teleprompter, kiddo. And that's not too bad right there. And we got 2 more bags here. We have more weapons here. So we've got our flamethrower. We've got a missile. Oh, sorry. This is the flamethrower. And I guess this is a laser to go on there. I find that kind of interesting that the flamethrower's got a handle on it, but it still has a plug onto here. So
Thor says, how much does this retail for?
we do not know. We forgot how much we paid for it, and my wife is watching. Never asked that question.
Hopefully your flamethrower effect isn't.
Here's our flames. These are the same ones that came with Blowtorch, and they look pretty cool. So I can sit there, plug that right in there. That looks pretty spiffy. That looks pretty spiffy. And then, like I said, we got the missile, and
yeah, T-Man says it warped, like he doesn't.
Mine came out pretty good. Yeah, mine did not come out warped. And then finally, like I said, and then there's a laser here, which also has an effect piece. I think it would have been really cool if this came with the effect.
Yeah, he says that his flame was warped.
Because there's the sci-fi figure that's coming out later next year. I want to say first quarter next year, and that has a laser effect that I think should have been packaged with this. And I think that would have really kind of completed the look. And then we have a single shot missile, which is very counterproductive if you only have a single shot with it. Looking at the snake armor itself.
McClattergate says they fell off the back of a truck 3.
I kind of thought it would be a little heavier. Let's start off with that. I mean, it's a veneer. Veneer-wise, it looks fine. Everything looks good. Like, this will look good on the shelf, plain and simple. This look good in the background. So that aspect, I cannot really say anything poor about it. But I thought this would be heavier. Got ratcheted elbows. Got a bicep swivel. The arm here, I don't know if you can see in here, is actually on a ball peg. So that kind of gives us a lot of flexibility. It's a double ball peg. Get that hand back in there. That popped off way too easy for my taste. Knee, ratcheted knee. Foot can go forward and back. There is no side ankle rocker. So despite the fact that, well, actually, no, there is no hip spread per se. So this guy can literally step forward, and that's about it. So this is basically going to be a walking armor that just goes forward, mows down the troops, and that's about it. It's not going to be the most agile thing. It does have a waist swivel. Not much, but it has it. As you can see here, we have it opening up, which I think is a very cool. This is where part of it, I think, really shines. The interior detailing. So trooper can climb up, get inside. The paneling inside here has got a lot of good detail to it. You know, you can actually see the it's got a joystick in here, joysticks for him to control the arms. No foot pedals. We got a belt buckle for whatever trooper you put in here. And again, I think this really should have come with a trooper. Some kind of, just a repaint of a Cobra trooper in some other colors or another insignia. Or a Viper or some kind.
McClattergate says, no Gene Cloud Van Snake. I'm disappointed. I think that's supposed to say disappointed.
No Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah, he can't do the Jean-Claude Van Damme.
And then T-Man says the armor better be really protective because it can't move for anything.
And honestly, that's a very big factor. I mean, there's a... Now, I'm going to say this. If you ever look up the old toy, and no, I do not have a picture of it to float up, to have our producer float it up there. But the original toy did absolutely nothing. It was literally a shell that looked just like this, like the arms down, and you took the entire front off, you put a trooper in there, and that was it. So this is absolutely an improvement to the original. I would have definitely liked a lot more waist to it. Obviously, there's no neck to turn. The plastic here is incredibly thin, and one thing that's actually kind of annoying me right now is when you close it up, it's very hard to make things flush. So can people see the tabs up here, kiddo?
It's a little bit out of focus. Oh wait, there we go. I think so.
So these tabs here on the helmet are not closing. So if you have OCD, that would drive you completely nuts.
McClattergate says it has jetpacks to keep up with the Cobra Pogo.
It absolutely has a jetpack. So, or if you were ever like in a video game, you know, I could see it going like forward, forward, dash, forward, forward, dash type of situation. But this thing is definitely made for open combat. Take that up there. Let's go put some of the weapons on. I really think these hands should have been able to open up or have something that I could put in the hands. Because it seems, again, while this flamethrower has a handle,
Dave's Dominion says it looks really cool. It kind of. Sorry, I canceled my order.
and that's all. Dave, you're not wrong. Dave, you are absolutely not wrong. This looks very cool. And that's a big thing. It looks very cool. I just can't say but it definitely feels like a toy. It feels it should be a little heavier, but I've been handling some very heavy figures lately. Go see my review for the Make Toys Devil, aka Not Pit. That thing was hefty. Look at my old reviews for the Loose Collector Werewolves. They were heavy. I mean, what's T-Man say?
T-Man says, do you have to close the door first, close the side latches, and then carefully press down the helmet?
Well, you can see here how this goes. You got the hatch here, and there are side panels here. This is how it looks completely open, which you have if you have yourself, for example, a diorama that looks like a base or a hanger. Like this will look fantastic in the background. Absolutely.
It would.
So you close the the guy gets in, we close the panels up. I'm trying to think which would be the best way to go. Would it be better to then close the helmet like this? And that kind of catches in there. Nothing is, there we go. There we go. So close the panels, close the helmet, then plug in the collar pieces. Like that, and there you go. There's your snake armor, all ready to go. And like I said, it looks impressive. And I guess 99.9%, that's really what you want it to do. It'll look good on the shelf. It'll look good in the photography. The window here isn't even really is the window transparent? The window, yes, the window is transparent, but you can't even tell if you don't have a trooper in there or not. So the fact it doesn't come with a trooper doesn't make it unplayable, undisplayable, not by far. But for probably what they charged us for this, which I want to say it was like $60 maybe. I really think it should have come with a vehicle, with a trooper. I mean, both the Trouble Bubbles came with troopers. The Stinger came with a guy. All the bikes came with guys. You know what was it? The Coil. Yes, they came with the Baroness, but in general, I think they should have come with some kind of Viper or trooper. I'm looking at the legs here. Well, we have a knee here. There is no thigh swivel. There is nothing in here is able to rotate the legs. So it is waist down, minimal articulation.
T-Man says it's the price of a vehicle figure without a figure, $75.
Okay.
And then McLeod Gig says that 3 3/4 came with a rubber piece for the leg. So if you did not need a figure to use it either, then T-Man said again, I can't really say it feels like the same value as a vehicle without the figure. A lot.
Yeah, I think. I said I was saying it would be nice with a vehicle. It would be nice with a trooper. So T-Man brings up some very good points. Again, from the waist up, I really do like this thing. Being able to, if this was on the battlefield, that laser would be strafing the enemy fire, flamethrower, torching, torching civilians. But that's his walking stance. Hopefully he'll balance. I don't have a flat surface proper for him to work with. Well, there you go. You tell me. You make your own call. You draw your own conclusion. Do you think that looks good? I don't hate it. I'm glad I bought it. I really, really, really wish there was a proper laser effect though for this other weapon hand. I think that really would have cinched it and cut a little bit of my criticism down.
T-Man says, are you going to do a separate review? If not, just grab someone and put them in there. Or not.
Oh, I'm not even gonna bother putting a guy in here because, like I said, this is the figure. If you want to see a figure put it in there, go see T-Man 978's review. This is just literally the impressions of putting the guy in. Plus, I don't have a figure that's open on hand to go grab him. All my stuff is still kind of boxed up because I still haven't set up my display yet properly. Which one day will happen. Really, I swear. But yeah, that's basically it. Overall, initial impressions. I'm glad I bought it. I'm not regretting it. I probably would feel more FOMO if I didn't have it. I don't think I needed 2 of them. So I'll figure something out to do with the second one. Might put it up for trade bait. Who knows? Or just have these guys literally flanking both sides of your Cobra shelf. I believe these are currently back up for order on Hasbro Pulse right now. So if you really are wanting one, I think you can go on there right now. No, they are not sponsoring me. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. Like I said, it's a good size. It stands fine. He's got a really good stable base, which I think is a very cool thing. Probably one nice thing about it not being so heavy, though, is if this guy falls, I do not feel like I have to worry about anything breaking on him, which is actually, that's a very big deal. You know, I've had heavier figures, which when they fell, a leg snapped off. This I don't feel is going to happen. If that hand pops off, these are designed to pop off and pop back on. So that in itself gives me a little more confidence. If there was a higher end version, I could totally see them putting a battery pack in this thing. But again, that would just be batteries that could corrode. So while lights and sounds would have been cool with this, I don't think I would have even put batteries in it at the time. But I'm sure someone someone who's good at customizing could do so. There's some very nice potential for that.
T-Man says, yeah, he will probably bounce if he fell.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, it's got some good grip on the feet. And that's the basic impressions of this. So probably no formal review, but you might see this guy standing in the background of some of my reviews in the future. I've got a lot of stuff on the horizon, guys. I've got both the Storm Arena Street Fighter figures that I want to get reviews for. I'll probably do a double review from then. I've got my Grundle figure. There's just a lot of cool stuff for this channel. So if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. Feel free to share this video because, again, these are all firsthand impressions of this. And if anything else catches my eye, go hit my other socials on Instagram or TikTok, and I'll probably have something on there about that. So appreciate everyone who joined us. And as always, until next time, take care. Peace.